Hello everyone and welcome once again to my page, Messages from Venus. I am on a roll. Let me see if I can, yes, it looks hideous, but I'm going to explain to you guys what this is. First of all, this video is basically in regards to how to cleanse your stationery, cleanse your magical objects, and what I do to cleanse them and consecrate them. I'm not going to do it in front of you, but I'm going to show you exactly what I do. I'm going to tell you exactly what I do. So, now, we're going to start off with our beautiful decks. This is the Magical Times Oracle, gifted to me by Amber in Wonderland. I've already edged the deck. Look at it. Different colors, blue and purple. Fabulous. Due to the colors of the back, of course. So, to me, first of all, just so that you guys know, consecrating and cleansing it and cleansing objects are totally different. I can cleanse a tarot or oracle deck, and the way that I do that is by, here is the rest of the stuff. So many things on my desk. Okay, so I can do it by simply taking the incense, which I don't have an incense stick in here right now. I have like my Palo Santo and I have to cleanse it. I have to clean this because it's just dirty. But if there was an incense stick right here, I would just pass the cards via the smoke and say cleanse, or say whatever it is that I want the smoke to do to the deck, right? That's one. I can either use incense sticks or I can use a Palo Santo, which is like my favorite, or I can use my Ignite smudge, which I didn't bring in here, but you guys can always go to my Etsy shop and look it up, and that's what I created it for, so they can neutralize and cleanse either objects, your environment, your home, etc., etc., etc. With that being said, that is a way of cleansing. I think it's too much light, but that is a way of me cleansing decks, or cleansing objects. Like, I can do the same thing. I can take one of these objects, and this is the ground cinnamon that I bought, and I can pass it through the smoke and cleanse it that way. Now, to consecrate stuff, I use a totally different system. This is my small little smudge cauldron, which is like about $5 to maybe $12, maybe $12, $13 here in New York. But I use it to smudge, put my smudge in there. Now, just like you consecrate, before I get into what's in here, just like you consecrate your cards, or you cleanse your cards, you can also cleanse your herbs. You can, materials that you use, like for example, this is play money that I'm using for rituals or spells. I cut them up, put them in here, but they're already cleansed, right? So I can do that. You can cleanse the taper candles, such as, let me see, I don't have the taper candles, but you can cleanse the 7-day candles just like this, or taper candles, or whatever candles it is that you're going to use. You can cleanse them with Florida water. This is my Florida water, which is available on my Etsy shop. Or you can cleanse them with a regular cologne Florida water, which kind of looks like this most of the time. And another thing you want to cleanse is your tools that you use for magic. It could be pens, it could be paper. Your paper, you would have to use the air element, which is, you can smudge it down just like you would with oracle cards. You can smudge them down, and that will be cleansing them or consecrating them that way. That is however it is that you want to do it. Now, with this object, this is what I use to write on my candles, or to make holes, poke holes on the candle. So I've cleansed it, I've smudged it, And I've also cleansed it with a stationary cleansing oil, water that I created for myself. I know it looks disgusting and hideous, but that's because it has like dragon's blood, soap in it, plus like regular soap in it, and then it has like other herbs in it, and I put like symbols up on here, up on top. And this is very important because you want to charge your object and allow that object to be magical and only use it for magic. There's certain things that I will not use for magic, like pens and paper. I use the cardboard looking 99-cent store grocery store paper to write my petitions and so on and so forth. It's very it's good to use, and it's also one of the cheapest ways to write down your petitions, which is on that paper. So like pens and pencils are not in my list of consecration or cleansing, but I use this water. And then another thing that I cleanse is also, I don't know if you guys saw my video already, I'm uploading and recording and uploading videos about a lot of different things, about my cloths. How I cleanse my cloths is I usually smudge them so that they don't smell so new, so they smell like me, so they have my energy. You can put them in the washing machine, you can steam them, or you can steam them and then put some of your consecration powder, which is what's in here, which is something that I've recently created actually. So this is divination protection powder or consecration powder right in here. And this is used in a lot of like Santeria, hoodoo, voodoo traditions to cleanse your decks specifically. But if you sprinkle a little bit of this on top of your cloths, that's also good. I also put a little bit of protection powder inside the play money. Even though it is play money, it's still the object that you will use to represent your real money, so you need it to be protected. Now I'm going to take a few things away from the desk, and I'm going to start with the powder first. Oh, and I didn't even tell you guys, the reason why cleansing is so important is because you don't want the energies from the manufacturers within your object. Oh. You don't want the energy of your manufacturers or whatever company they came from, or whoever was touching the object trying to decide whether they wanted it or not. You don't want the energy in there. And when you read your cards, it's been through hell and back by the time they get to you, so you don't want them to have any other energy but yours, so it doesn't that energy doesn't build up in your cards, and so therefore you can continue to have effective readings. So like I said, I'm not going to show you exactly how I do it, but I'm going to tell you a little bit of what's in here. There are certain herbs in here. One of them is rosemary. I have baking soda in here, and I have baby powder. The baby powder that I use is lavender. The scent of it is lavender. Why lavender? Well, lavender, I use it personally. I don't know who or what herbs you guys use to neutralize energy, but the herb that I like to use to neutralize the energy is lavender. So I have lavender powder in here. This, I repeat, will not mess up your cards. You can either decide to sprinkle a little bit of this on top of your cards, or put a lot of it on one of these plastic containers. And after you do that, you can shuffle your deck and sprinkle the powder, and that will allow your decks to be cleaned. This deck is a deck that I use personally for myself. And if you're doing, let's say this was a tarot deck or an oracle deck that I would use for client readings, before putting the cards to work, I would charge them by cleaning them with incense or whatever it is that I'm burning, and then putting a crystal on top of the cards for a little bit of extra oomph. Okay, and this way you will charge the cards with their own energy, their own identity, I feel. So that's that. Then we're going to move along to when you buy your herbs or buy anything that is absolutely oh, and I forgot to mention, you guys, these white candles or these tea light candles are perfect because after you use your divination powder, you can light your object a candle or put it on your altar or charge it however else you want to charge it. You can do that as well. And when you put these on top of your on top of your decks, you got to put it on top of a small little like tea cup holder or one of the tea light holders, because these tend to get really hot in the bottom and you don't want it to mess your deck. So that's that. So now moving along to purchasing new items. These things have not been consecrated as of yet, but I don't recommend leaving things that you will use in your magic in the same bottle as they came in. The seeds I'm going to be putting in here, and they're all labeled. My herbs are in jars, and some of them are in these little plastic things because I don't have a lot of jars to put them in or a lot of space. So you guys will see that I think the Scientist Witch, that's somebody else that I subscribe to also. He is in the Facebook group, and he made a video in regards to what resins he uses and what herbs he uses, and I would like to make that video also, but it has to be, or at least I want it to be, when I extend or buy more roots and re-up on certain roots. So that's that. So this is where I would put the seeds, but before putting them in here, I would move them around as I put my intent into the bottle. You can put your intent of cleansing, clearing, and deleting, cleansing. Yeah, that's very like during virtue, but that works. Cleansing, please cleanse. So would it be your cleanse. Some people sprinkle salt on top. I don't do that. I just give it my intention with my hands, and then I put a tea light on top of each bottle or whatever it is that I'm using. And then after that, I will place each one in the plastic bag or bin. I already spoke about how I cleanse this. I also like mason jars that I use. I cleanse them with my stationary cleansing water. And the ingredients that I got it from the Encyclopedia of Spells, if I'm not mistaken, and also by seeing a video Amber Honey Raven made in regards to stationary cleansing water. Let's see. And this is all when I actually decided that I was going to call myself a witch. I learned a lot. And then these candles, or any type of candles that are covered with glass or glass covered candles, you can use either your own holy water like I do, or you can use the holy water that it comes in. Spray it on your hands or put it on your hands, and then just cleanse the or holy water, yeah, and then just cleanse the candle. Cleanse it at the bottom, tell it what you wanted to do, and that's basically how I cleanse my objects or materials or cards. So I hope this was helpful to you, and please leave your comments below if you have any questions or video requests. You can either email me or do the video request below. I do note them down, I write them down. And after this video, I have to make about 2 more videos, and then I'm not quite sure if I'm done for the night. Oh my god, it's such a long night. But anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, night, wherever you guys are, and blessings and love to all of you. Enjoy. Bye.